Okay, I'm Carl Lumma, and I have a hobby of trying to understand macroeconomics. And so when I decided I wanted to check out Meteor, I thought I had a project in mind that might be good, which is plotting some data from our nation's bond auctions. And the Federal Reserve of St. Louis makes these data available. This is the site. It's live, and it's soon to be at tipsbeta.com. I'm using Highcharts, if you're familiar with this library, to draw this plot. And here's some long-winded text. And I'm using Meteor routes to have a route there. And this is the St. Louis Fed website. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. This is the landing page for the API. They have a pretty extensive API. One of the downsides of the API is that they were, until this past Tuesday, only offering XML. So I used from Avatal the XML to JSON package, which came in handy. And this is the Highcharts site. I highly recommend this framework. Or this API. It's really good. Some of the features that you get right out of the box include the ability to export SVG or PNG. And you can just type in dates, and it works really well. I use my favorite date format there. And this goes back to 2003, when the kind of bonds I'm using were first offered. And you can get different time scales here. The other unfortunate thing, I guess Meteorite Router has now been superseded by Iron Router, which I should probably switch over to. However, I did notice that server-side routes are still a work in progress down here somewhere. So that's not good. But, whoops, I'm skipping ahead. So, what does this do? Why do we care? So the central bank needs to know what inflation will be in the future. And what this graph shows us is what the market thinks inflation will be on average for the next 5 years forward of that point. So here on August 15th, the market believes that inflation will be 1.83% for the next 5 years. Any questions? Yeah.
So this data is live from the St. Louis Federal API?
Yes, that's right.
So what kind of call do you make to get that? Do you use HTTP data, or do you use HTTP?
Yeah, so the question is this data live? And yeah, it's within the last 2 hours, even though these data are only issued about a few times a week, because they only auction the bonds a few times a week. Do I use HTTP GET requests? On the server, yes, I do. One of the other things that was sort of annoying is that they don't support cores, so I have to do everything on the server. And that all takes place down here. Whoops, scrolling's not working. Help. And I'm just using session variables for this because I think it's sufficient. There's no database here. But it is a work in progress. Any other questions?
All right. Thank you.